Japan, a land of beauty and challenges. The beauty of Japan, a land of tradition, nature, and hospitality. Japan is a truly amazing country with so many things to love. First, Japan has a mix of old and new. You can visit very old places like temples and castles, and also enjoy modern cities with tall buildings and bright lights. For example, Kyoto is famous for its temples, and Tokyo is full of exciting shopping and entertainment. The nature in Japan is also beautiful. There are mountains, rivers, beaches, and forests. In spring, you can see cherry blossoms, and in autumn, the leaves turn red and orange. Mount Fuji is a famous symbol of Japan, and many people enjoy climbing it or just looking at it from far away. Japanese food is another thing that makes the country special. Sushi, ramen, tempura, and curry are just some of the delicious dishes you can try. Japanese sweets like mochi and matcha ice cream are also very popular. The food is not only tasty, but also looks beautiful, like art on a plate. The people in Japan are very kind and polite. They often bow to show respect and say thank you and sorry often. Visitors feel welcome because of the warm hospitality. The service in restaurants, hotels, and shops is always excellent. Japan is also very clean and safe. The streets are tidy, and there are many recycling bins. People respect rules, like not littering or talking loudly on the train. It is one of the safest countries in the world, so you can feel comfortable walking around anywhere. The culture in Japan is unique and exciting. There are traditional things like kimono, tea ceremonies, and sumo wrestling. At the same time, there are modern things like anime, manga, and video games. Many people around the world love Japanese culture and want to visit because of it. Finally, Japan is very convenient. The trains and buses are always on time, and you can travel anywhere easily. There are vending machines everywhere, and they sell many kinds of drinks and snacks. You can also find small convenience stores on almost every corner. In conclusion, Japan is a wonderful place full of beauty, culture, and kindness. Whether you come to see nature, try the food, or learn about the traditions, Japan will leave you with happy memories. Many people who visit Japan fall in love with the country and want to come back again. Challenges in Japan, understanding the other side of the country. Japan is a wonderful country, but like any place, it has some things that are not so perfect. One thing people often notice is that Japan can feel very busy and crowded. In big cities like Tokyo and Osaka, there are many people everywhere. The trains during rush hour are very full, and it can feel uncomfortable. Another problem is the cost of living. Japan can be expensive, especially in cities. Rent, food, and transportation can cost a lot of money. For people who move to Japan or visit for a long time, this can be difficult to manage. The weather in Japan is also challenging at times. Summers are very hot and humid, which can make people feel tired. In some places, there are typhoons that bring heavy rain and strong winds. Winters can be very cold, especially in northern areas like Hokkaido, and not all houses have good heating. Japan has many rules and traditions, which are sometimes hard to understand for people from other countries. For example, there are strict rules about garbage sorting, and many people find it confusing. Some workplaces expect employees to work long hours, which can be stressful and leave little time for family or rest. Another issue is that Japan is not very diverse. Most people in Japan are Japanese, and it can feel hard for foreigners to fit in. Learning the Japanese language is also important, but it takes a long time to study and get good at it. Without speaking Japanese, daily life can be difficult. In the countryside, there are fewer young people, and many towns are shrinking. This means there are fewer schools, shops, and hospitals in some areas. It can feel lonely and inconvenient for people who live there. Japan's focus on politeness and harmony is nice, but sometimes it makes people avoid talking about problems directly. This can make it hard to solve issues or share opinions. It also means people might feel pressure to always act perfectly, which can be stressful. Finally, Japan has a high rate of natural disasters. Earthquakes, tsunamis, and typhoons are common. These can be dangerous and scary, and people always need to be prepared. In conclusion, Japan has some challenges, like high costs, crowded cities, and natural disasters. However, many people still love the country because of its good points. If you can understand and prepare for these challenges, living in or visiting Japan can still be a great experience.